again. So decided to take advantage. The weather cleared up and come over here and get my photo for the May Trip Report Challenge. Got a bottle bag kit and got my little solid fuel stove. Maybe make some coffee. I was over here last week. Well, actually Monday. And I got some footage and stuff like that. So there was a ton of pollywogs. There's a little bit of a breeze today, and I'm going to try to see if they're still there, and if I can get some more pictures and some video footage again. If not, then there'll be some footage from the other day inserted here. Okay, so hopefully it's new footage. I thought it was pretty cool because there was hundreds of them, hundreds of tadpole, pollywogs, whatever you want to call them. There's some newts swimming around. Anyway, that's it. Over here, just going to stretch our legs, walk around a bit, and maybe have some coffee. Stick around if you want. So I'll insert the footage from the other day. I mean, there's quite a few, but not even close to how many there was the other day. I mean, there was like just hundreds of them right in here. I don't know if you can see underneath the water. There's like hundreds of pollywogs. The water's all stirred up because when I stopped, there was a bunch of them right down in there, and they took off. Just the little things, people. There's a salamander, newt. Alright, so sorry about the little blunder there with inserting the pollywog footage. I'm over here up into the area that was actually the old scout camp. It's the lean-to section, and I don't know, I'm hiking over to the fire tower just for the heck of it. Get some footage, some pictures. I wanted to do this trip report today because I kind of wanted to get a picture in between no green up and full green up. And like right now, it's kind of like right in that middle stage where there's a lot of buds and stuff on the trees and bushes and stuff like that, but it hasn't gotten that full bloom up and green up yet. And you know, for the trip report challenge, I wanted to get that transition in there. So like now for June, it'll be full green up, and my April picture, there was still no green up coming in at all. And now for this one, it's like in that middle ground, which is I don't know, to me it's cool. But in case you haven't noticed from the channel, you know, I love the outdoors, so I think a lot of stuff that's in the woods is cool. All right, I'm gonna just enjoy walking, and maybe I'll shoot some footage of just going along the trail. Something different, a little bit more than maybe I used to, or usually do. All right. Snake. So, if you remember in a video or two back, there was somebody had built a partial debris shelter in a totally different area, and here's another one. I didn't come up into this area the other day. I only came as far as the cabins over here, so I didn't notice this. Strange, somebody's out here building these. Huh. And somebody's actually cleaned out the fire pit and used it. So yeah, gotta be honest, that is a little bit weird. I thought about making a video on how to make shelters like that, and you know, but more or less just like a frame maybe, and for with a tarp. But I would have went back into the into the woods more. And the fact that that little shelter's there, and then the fire pit's been used. And I've been over here, I don't know, quite a few times since moving up into this area, because I don't live maybe 20 minutes away. So this is one of the areas that I come over to and just hike around and stuff on, because, well, it gets me out of the house, plain and simple. Weird stuff in a few areas around here. Maybe I'll do some enlightening while I'm heating up my water. Alright, hopefully I'm in frame. So, can't remember what kind of weird stuff that I put in videos and left in there and discussed and not. I know in the video not too long ago, I talked about one of the places that's not too far from the house that there's an area whenever I go in there I get lightheaded and like just feel really weird. Over here, the last time when I got the polywog footage when I was over by the cabins, I got a weird vibe over there that like I was being watched. And I went and I like looked around and made sure everything was empty. All the cabins were empty. There was nobody in there. There was nobody else over here. Just had a feeling that I was being watched. And last year, I was over at another state forest, and I walked back in, and I was taking a picture of a rock, and I might have discussed this in that video. and I don't know what made me like stop and focus a little bit. And anybody who smokes cigarettes will probably understand what I'm talking about. Like when you drop a cigarette, there's like a little swirl of smoke that comes up. It's very distinctive. It's like when you take a dragon and put a cigarette in an ashtray. There's a very distinctive type of smoke that it puts out. And I noticed that coming up from like right there on that rock, but there was nobody there, and nobody would have been able to put that cigarette down that fast and gotten out of there without me seeing them, because it was pretty wide open. And now, you know, that something snapped that twig over there, and you know, it had to be fairly big, and there was nothing over there. And I did a little bit of a loop and came back around over this way, and I didn't see anybody. There's no other cars parked over here in the area. So yeah, I mean, I have my moments where when you're out here, that you're kind of like, huh, what was that? What is that? And you know, you can kind of get a little on the heebie-jeebie side. It's already got a little bit of bubbles on the bottom. So yeah, I mean, you spend enough time in the woods, you're gonna come across things, you're gonna see things that are weird. You know, those two shelters, pretty weird that it's two separate areas. The other one would be about, well, no, really not too far, about 4 miles, probably. I didn't bring a compass. Well, I got a compass on my phone. Let's see, probably that way. It's all, this whole area is, you know, kind of conjoined. We're part of the same area, and it's called the Saratoga Sand Plains. I've mentioned that before. And there's a bunch of small parcels of property, old farms, and the old Saratoga camp and stuff like that, that make up the area as a whole. And to my knowledge, I've done a little bit of looking, nothing creepy, spooky, or any of that stuff. There's no haunted stuff. So anyway, yeah, when you spend enough time out here, you're gonna hear stuff that you know is just not right, and you're gonna see stuff that makes you, you know, wonder, and smell things. Like yesterday when I was hunting, that area, maybe 1,000 yards in both directions, left and right, there's houses, and I distinctively smelled bacon and eggs cooking. It made me hungry. That's one of the other reasons that I packed it up. Besides not hearing anything, the smell was making me hungry, and the little diet fruit bar that I ate just didn't cut it. So gnats and mosquitoes are out in force right now. All of a sudden, the sun broke through again. Having some tea. Didn't have coffee in my little thing here, but that's okay. So that's it, really. I just came out to do my trip report for the Trip Report Challenge. There's somebody now that came in from the other trail, crossed the road and came through. So I'll try to wrap this up. So yeah, that's it. bottle bag kit, some French vanilla decaffeinated tea, the woods, you know, a little bit of history, as the camp is kind of historic. And that's it. That's it. 2 days in a row, 2 videos, bonus footage for you guys. All right, thanks for watching. Cheers, and go outside.